Hi, Vanakkam. Now, your master Dr. Adrian Suresh, and I am now with Dato Padma Shri Dato Ramli Ibrahim. We are here actually to have a shout out of our program on the 21st of June 2021. In the program, the first time Chair Yoga for Unity. Chair Yoga is something that I came up with your Zumba program. In the நிறைய பேர் வராங்க இந்த ப்ரோக்ராமை நீங்க ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் இந்த சேர் யோகா என்னதான் சேர் யோகா கொடுக்குறோம், அதுல என்னென்ன பெனிஃபிட் இருக்கு, இதெல்லாம் நீங்க பார்க்கிறதுக்கு on the 21st of June 2021 International Yoga Day. அது ஒரு டீம் Yoga for
Unity and Well-being.
Yes. And that's something on the program?
Yes, it's going to be held for 100 days.
Yes.
And
from today, starting from today.
On Saturday and Sunday morning. Wow, it's a great way to get well, even for those who cannot do real asanas, to sit and sweat for them.
Exactly. That's what the whole thing is here for. Yoga for everyone means yoga for those who are also in the house, as our aunties and uncles, our appa and amma who sitting in the house find difficult to do their body movement.
Yes.
So you just have to sit and sweat with the asanas that we have. And it's going to be on the 21st of June 2021 in conjunction with the International Yoga Day. So please join us and give us all your support.
Good evening, salam sejahtera, vanakkam, ni hao. Welcome to our Sunday edition of Coffee Chat with me. I'm Roshanee, your brand ambassador and host for this program. This program is proudly presented by Yozum TV and Anti-Aging Yoga and Wellness Malaysia in conjunction with our 100-day Chair Yoga program. Chair yoga is simply yoga on a chair. As the name suggests, the vision of one man, Yo Master Kale Mamani Dr. Adrian Suresh, is to make yoga possible for everyone, especially the elderly who have difficulties with performing yoga on the mat. The primary objective of chair yoga is bringing wellness to the public in the form of therapy. The mission of reaching as many people as possible is now a beautiful reality. Today is our 62nd day, and many have already benefited greatly. This therapy yoga is created to rejuvenate and heal the body, mind, and soul through a combination of sound yoga added with yoga and fitness. Good health is wealth, hence is our tagline. The current pandemic is a day-to-day battle for our nation and to the entire world. The statistics, rising cases, daily deaths, and people on quarantine is truly overwhelming. As families mourn the loss of a loved one and watching the trauma and agony many have to endure, we are devastated by the magnitude of the impact this pandemic has caused. However, we do empathize with the agony faced by our frontliners who are stretched to the limit working tirelessly to care for the sick and the ailing. In all of its adversities, this pandemic, which has taken the entire world by storm, has taught us all a very valuable lesson. That is, don't ever take your health for granted. Don't ever take your loved ones for granted because life is indeed fragile and in a snap of a finger, your life changes. Ladies and gentlemen, this virus doesn't discriminate. Our topic today is the doctor who survived COVID-19, and our guest speaker is a doctor who fought and survived in his fight with COVID-19 when he was infected. He fought it like a true hero, and he is here today to share his experience. Our guest speaker, ladies and gentlemen, is Dr. Ahmad Lufti, General Practitioner, Wellness Ambassador of Anti-Aging Yoga and Wellness Malaysia, and Vice President of Anti-Aging Yoga and Wellness Malaysia. Hello, good evening, Dato. Salam sejahtera, Doctor. Apologies.
Hi, good
Welcome
evening.
to our
How
show.
are you, Rosh? Are you good?
I'm doing very well indeed. How are you?
Right, great, great.
You're
Awesome.
looking in the pink of health, I would say.
Yeah, thank you. Praise the God.
Yes, all praises to God. It's not an easy
Yeah.
time. It's not an easy period of time that we are all going through. We are in this together.
Yeah.
And especially for you being a frontliner and coming from the medical fraternity, I do understand that your workload and your time is very stretched to the limit. However, we appreciate the fact that you made some time for us today. In fact, you are now at this moment speaking from your clinic. Am I right?
Yeah, right.
Excellent,
In fact,
doctor.
I have to ask the few patients to go away because I can't attend them. Today is
Oh,
very
really?
busy day.
Okay.
Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday
Yeah.
especially. Yes, I know,
Yeah.
understand. Thank you so very
Yes.
much for your time,
No problem.
doctor.
No problem. Yeah.
Well, the viewers would like to get to know you better. Could you just have a little bit of introduction about yourself and your background?
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Good evening to all the viewers. Thank you for giving me this wonderful, precious time to share my things with you all. Okay, first of all, I would like to thank your master, Dr. Adrian Suresh, to give me the opportunity, and also to Rosh on behalf of Anti-Aging Yoga NGO. Okay, myself, I'm a medical practitioner, and at the moment, I'm with the Living Center. We are also doing something to do with regenerative medicine, all right, and well-being programs over here. And along that, we also inculcate yoga practicing and also meditative science as one of them. Okay, basically, I'm a medical background, and I've been also serving the government for a long time. And at the moment, I'm doing more on heart rehabilitation and also well-being programs over here. Okay, so that's the basic things we are doing here, Ms. Roche, and to every viewers. Yep, thank you.
Well, Doctor, I know it's not easy for you because there's a lot of issues going on right now with SOPs being breached and all that. So, the onus is on medical practitioners to, keep educating the public and keep the awareness going on. Despite all that, I know that it's a very difficult moment when you hear of someone who has been tested positive. Lately, you have tested positive yourself for COVID-19. How did that happen, doctor?
Okay, basically, even myself, I was a bit surprised on how I got that virus, because I was always adhering with all the full PPE and all that, with my all the masks and all that I wear and all that. But unfortunately, I contracted it. I think basically from the patients we are seeing, because daily we are seeing a lot of patients and screening them. But virus is something is invisible enemy that we can't see. You see, so yeah, you can. There are high chance of getting contracted to it. But yet again, it's nothing to worry. Many people are very worried about this virus and the pandemic. Actually, nothing to worry. Okay, what I'm trying to say, nothing to worry, is this is a normal virus mutated and came into the human body, and it causes us to have influenza-like symptoms and also something like to do with respiratory system. Okay, so if our immune system is strong and our mind, body, soul is really well protected and well groomed, we can do away with this virus very easily. It's very, very important is I could explain to you what I did actually when I got the virus is, okay, very simple. Don't get panic. All right. Just do basic breathing techniques. This is what I noticed when I was admitted in the hospital for 3 weeks. I did basic breathing techniques, some basic asanas, and also some basic yogas, okay, and then some meditation. And I make my mind as calm as possible. Okay, take all the balanced diets, especially your vitamins, okay, vitamin C, D, and zinc, and all that. This will really boost your immune system up, and really try to keep yourself occupied. Don't focus on your sickness. Try to focus on well-being. Try to focus on you'll be okay. And it's all about ontological. It's more on mind. Okay, mind, body, soul. That's what I could share with you all. Okay, so that's how I will give you the spirit of fighting against this virus. But to tell you very frankly, for me, ontologically, really helped me a lot. Okay, that means divine thing. That means you do like meditation, or you do like breathings and all this, and like asanas and all that. Really helps a lot to boost your immune system and to make you more calm. So these are the approaches I took while I was having this virus in me, right? So somehow I managed to come out. I was actually having the category 3 virus. So I was having slight breathing difficulties. And by God's grace, when I was there in the hospital, I managed to come out with it. And not only that, after I already recovered, when I came back to work, I practiced using some of the um, mechanism or system of therapy we have in our hospital here, in our medical center here, our living center, where I practice using it. Okay, so that also really helped me a lot. The therapies that we have here really helped me a lot. So what I'm trying to say in a nutshell is the therapy, okay, yoga, and my mind reconditioning really helped me a lot. It's nothing much about the medication and all that. Okay, of course, medication do help, but it most commonly from our inner self. This is what we say is a true fighter. Okay, so
Your
I really managed
recovery,
to do with it. And not only that, actually, I went through a long haul of problem because just after I got the virus, I recovered, I came back, and after 1.5 to 2 months, my wife was tested positive also. She also a frontliner. So just imagine I have to take a proactive measure to isolate everybody at home. I quarantine all of them in the house, and also including my children and my wife. I told her better quarantine. So I do a very fast action and managed to curb this virus from spreading among my family members. So what I'm trying to say outside there is that be alert. If you find some symptoms, try to isolate yourself as soon as possible. So, and then do whatever I just told you just now. That really helps a lot. Thank you very much.
your recovery has been remarkable, doctor, because you have a fighting spirit,
Yeah,
and
thank you
you
very
kept
much.
your mental state strong.
Yeah, that's very
Not
important. You need to be
everybody.
very focused and keep your mental state very calm. Be very calm. Don't be panic. When you panic, you will really crash your immune system. Panic state will crash your
Absolutely.
immune system. That's what I believe. Okay. So whatever it is, I know it's easier said than done, but just be relaxed. Be more focused. Just take it as part of trial from God that we are given this trial and tribulation. That's what I believe. Thank you.
Yes, doctor, you mentioned about mind, body, and soul. That really attracted my attention because this is
Okay.
what we always emphasize in our yoga classes, that you have to connect your mind, body, and soul together in order for you to fight this pandemic and to continue with your breathing exercises. Because the breathing exercises, actually, what it does is that it strengthens your immune system as well. And at the same time, you just keep your mind alert. If you are not in tune with your body, mind, and soul, one will find that this battle is actually more harder than it actually seems. In your
True.
case, especially, you've been a perfect example of someone, especially more so being from the medical fraternity. You made it a point that you did everything that you are supposed to do, following the SOPs to keep yourself protected, your family protected. But things happen because this virus does not discriminate. And now with the Delta going around, the variant Delta is even more threatening. So having said that, everyone needs to be reminded from time to time that this pandemic can be fought together. We can go through this battle together, provided everyone do their part to flatten the curve. And when you mentioned yoga, can you please elaborate on your rehabilitation process and your recovery process as well through yoga and your breathing techniques that you practiced?
Okay. Okay. To be very frank, okay, I have some, leg injuries, so I can't really do proper sit down and all that. So I just practice the basic chair yoga, and I was just basically doing. Mostly, I emphasize on the breathing techniques. That's the asanas. That means, breathing in, breathing out, and then my posture of sitting, and then I was just trying to make sure that my blood supply from the head to toe reaches to every part of my body, so all my extremities. That's what I was trying to do. And then I was doing some basic movements, of my hand, legs, and then stretching my hand, legs, and especially my cervical. I tried to just push around and then make sure that blood flow go to the brain and come down and all that, and also to the lungs. Okay, so I was doing more on what do you call that? Prolong. What do you call it? Supination and prolonged position, so that I can have a good breathing and all that. So these are the few techniques I followed from basic yoga that I was taught. Okay. that really helped a lot. But basically, to tell you frankly, the breathing technique is really fantastic because why? It really gives me the lungs expansion. It really gave me the compliance of my lungs because when I was having category 3, so I was having some kind of breathing difficulties. Upper part of my lungs had slight pneumothorax, that means it's collapsed, So the breathing was a bit difficult. So when I tried doing this, I could get back the lungs compliance back slowly. So that's how it helped me a lot. Okay, I didn't say it was overnight process. It took me a while. To be very frank, after I recovered from hospital, I came back, I was having breathing difficulties also. But by just practicing on and off this, what do you call it, asanas, really worked. I really need to thank your master, Dr. Adrian, for giving, to teach me this wonderful technique that really helped me a lot. And not only that, also as I told you, when I came back, I also practiced using my system of medication we have in our center. We have some therapies that really makes your system to rejuvenate and gives you back the compliance again of your health. Okay, so this is a combination of everything: yoga, mind. So that's where mind comes in. Yoga is actually more on mind and soul control. Okay, body, you need to do therapy. That's why I did therapy, which I have in my center. Okay, which I will elaborate later. Okay, we have various techniques and therapies that we offer in our center to help along with yoga and this one to have a complete wellness. So it's 100% turnaround wellness we can get. Even no matter what sickness, we are not talking about COVID alone. We are talking about any other problems, even heart problems. You have any metabolic problems such as diabetes or hypertension, all can be rejuvenated back by using this technique by God's grace. Yes. It's a holistic approach. That's what I say.
Actually, a holistic approach is one of the best approach to use to fight this pandemic as well. When you talked about breathing, when you talked about how you combated, you did mention stage 3, level 3.
Yes, so mine was category 3. Yes.
Category 3. Yes. Did you only find out you were in category 3 once you reached that category, or were you aware of it from the beginning, like when you had some kind of discomfort maybe in your throat?
Okay, sorry, Rish. Okay, when I got the virus, I didn't know which category I was because I was just normal. I was just having fever. On the second day, I slowly developed breathing difficulties. So that's where I knew that it's going to be category 3, more or less, because category 1 is asymptomatic. You don't have any symptom. Category 2 is you'll have fever and all this kind of thing. Okay, flu and all that, or cough. Category 3, you go into more on breathing difficulties. 4 and 5, you need 8 of breathing, just like you have to go for, what do you call it, on oxygen mask and all that, or, and 5, you have to go on ventilation and all that. Okay. So that's at the higher level of problems breathing. So you can progress further into, from 3, you can even go 4 or 5. It depends on how your fighting spirit and how you take things. As I told you, we need to approach it in a very holistic way. Okay, first of all, we shouldn't get panicked. Just be relaxed. In fact, in the hospitals, my doctor friends were very surprised to see me because I was talking, and then, in fact, I was having breathing difficulties. I was on my oxygen mask and all that. I still managed to, be active, talking to them at times when they come and visit me and all that. So they were a bit happy to see me. They said, "How you have this fighting spirit." In fact, I could walk to the bathroom myself without any help, whereas other will will have to go by using wheelchair and all that. But
yes, I've seen that.
Again, it's actually a support from God also, the
yes,
Almighty
I've seen
Spirit.
That.
Yeah?
I've seen that with some of the patients, when they're hardly even able to walk, because each of us, we've got different immune system. Thank you very much for your sharing, Doctor. Shortly, we'll be taking a short commercial break. And ladies and gentlemen, we are talking to Dr. Lufti, and we will be back shortly with our commercial break. Don't go away. We will be back.
Now, your master Dr. Adrian Suresh, and I am now with Dato Padma Shri Dato Ramli Ibrahim. We are here actually to have a shout out of our program on the 21st of June 2021. In the program, the first time Chair Yoga for Unity. Chair Yoga is something that I came up with your Zumba program. In the நிறைய பேர் வராங்க இந்த ப்ரோக்ராமை நீங்கள் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் இந்த சேர் யோகா என்ன தான் சேர் யோகா கொடுக்குறோம் அதில் என்னென்ன பெனிஃபிட் இருக்குது இதெல்லாம் நீங்கள் பார்க்கறதுக்கு on the 21st of June 2021 இன்டர்நேஷனல் யோகா டே அதோட தீம் Yoga for
unity and well-being.
Yes. And Dato, something on the program?
Yes, it's going to be held for 100 days.
Yes.
And
today, starting from today.
On Saturday and Sunday morning. Well, it's a great way to get well, even for those who cannot do real asanas, to sit and sweat for them.
Exactly. That's what the whole thing is here for yoga for everyone means yoga for those who are also in the house as our aunties and uncles, our appa and amma who are sitting in the house find difficult to do their body movement. So you just have to sit and sweat with the asanas that we have. And it's going to be on the 21st of June 2021 in conjunction with the International Yoga Day. So please join us and give us all your support.
Hi, this is Hansi. I just finished a yoga therapy session with Adrian, and before this session, I have bottom pain and I was unable to move for one day. But after just 1 hour of therapy session, I can now actually stand up on my own and walk without any support.
Can you walk to the crutch that you took? Show how you were walking earlier.
So this is the walking frame that I used yesterday and this morning. But after the session, I no longer need the support. I can walk. Yeah.
So you feel good?
Thank you, Adrian. Yeah.
Thank you.
Very good.
Welcome back. Welcome back to Coffee Chat. And I'm Roshanee, your host. And today we are talking to Dr. Lufti, who is a survivor and someone who combated COVID-19. Welcome back, Dr. Lufti.
How are you, Ms. Rosh? Yes, hi.
Okay, doctor, I have another question for you. This is about the frontliners. They are faced with many possible dangers around them on their day-to-day lives, and it's very heartening to see them working around the clock and giving all their best to the public. Now, what are the dangers faced by the frontliners on a daily basis, and how are they handling this?
Okay, when you're talking about frontliners, there are many categories that we can see. One is medical frontliners, another one is under the security frontliners. So now many of us who are trying to work on this directly or indirectly on this COVID pandemic frontliners. So those who are really exposed to this high chance of getting the virus exposure is those on medical fraternity. So what is their challenges? They really face a lot of challenges. It's I could say their mind, their body, and their soul, and everything. Three things aspect as involved. Mind, they really going through a trauma because of the scare, the agony they're going through. They get contracted the virus. What they're going to do? How are they going to overcome? And second is that their obligation and their job, their what do you call that? Their target to help people to come out of the sorrow or problem of this virus, the pandemic. So there are a lot of things involved in this aspect of it. So these are very individually driven. For me, it's we need to have very self-motivated. Firstly, what I could say, all the frontliners, they have to adhere to the SOP very carefully. Okay, that is very, very important. Okay, at all times, don't ever neglect using the proper what do you call that, PPE and SOP, as follows. Secondly is always make sure that we need to have a protection of ourselves. So we need to have a good immune system in the sense that not only by taking the proper supplements, but mentally we need to prepare to boost our immune system. That's very important. Not only by just eating supplements. There are a lot of supplements out there that say it's good for immune boosting, but we need to also set our mind by exercising, like doing yoga. All this really helps to boost the immune system. So we must make sure our body is utmost kept to fight the virus. Okay, second. Thirdly is we need to segregate our job. As I know now, every medical practitioners are really burdened with long hour working, especially in hospitals. So we need to find a way of trying to uh, pamper ourselves or give ourselves something good so that we can be a fighter and go forward helping people. Don't ever get distracted or disrupted or get uh, devalued or feel that we are distracted because of the burden we are having. So these are not easy, as I said, it's not easily can be done. It's easier said than done, but you need to put a head forward to do this. Okay, and it really needs a courage to do all this. It's not easy because what we are facing is something very new. We never had this in our life before this pandemic. Okay, so everybody I have to be a fighter. Okay, so these are the things. Not only the frontliners, everybody. But one thing I would like to tell the public: please adhere to all the SOPs given. Don't take things lightly because I've seen many public. They don't even wear proper masks. They don't wear a proper, they don't take things very seriously. They use a very loose mask. Sometimes they don't wear masks at all. I've seen many of them, even where I do live, they don't wear masks, and sometimes, very sad to see things are going like that. They don't have the responsibilities or the social responsibilities. These are the things that many people need to look at and adhere. Because virus is something you can't go away with it. I'm telling you, maybe we have to stay with this virus for a long time. Okay, it's going to be a part and parcel of our life. So it'll be a time where all of us get herd immunity. That's what our government is trying to do. The herd immunity, everybody has been vaccinated. So when we get the virus will be just like we'll just get a normal flu symptom. So we cannot run away from the virus. We cannot hide away from the virus. We have to face the reality. The more we hide, the more we get stressed up. So just relax, take things as it is. Make sure you follow the SOP, the protocols. If you can stay at home, stay at home. If you want to go and work, can use your proper SOP, follow the SOP. The PPs are correct. Everything adhered. Make sure your immune system optimized with proper exercise, basic exercises, yoga, and all that. Proper supplements, rest. Another thing I would like to tell you all, please take rest enough. Sleep is very, very important. Many of the patients I see not having enough sleep. That's another thing where you can crush your immune system. Make sure you have sound 6 hours sleep a day. That is
6 hours, yeah.
very, very important. Yes, people take this very lightly, and especially nowadays, people at home they all are working from home. They think they are having honeymoon days where they watch TV until 3 o'clock in the morning. Some of the patients even watch until 4 o'clock. I said, my goodness, you're watching a TV until 4 o'clock. You're not sleeping. They said, nothing to do, doctor. So I just relaxing at home. At home, I just watch TV. No, you can watch your TV, but make sure you follow your biological clock. Your body need to log at sleep at 11:30 at least. And until 5 o'clock, you need to rest. That's the time the body goes into a repair mode. Your body, your cells, your tissues, everything gets into rejuvenation mode. Okay? So if you don't sleep, then how you expect your body to repair? And if your body don't repair, one of the part of the important is your immune system is part of the body system. So it will crash. So in your body system, your immune system is not strong. You can't fight any virus, any germ for the matter. Any pathogens can cause disease for you. So make sure that you always have a robust immune system. A good sleep will give you an answer for that. Okay. So these are the things I would like to share with you all. Okay. Thank you, Ms. Roche.
Thank you for your answer, Doctor. You know, time and time again, enough emphasis has been made on how you can practice your SOPs to divert this virus from coming towards you. Of course, it's everywhere now. You know, with the Delta variant, and people are just so
Exactly.
cautious. But how cautious can you actually be?
Yes.
You know for a fact that it spreads. I was reading statistics on this Delta variant, and it says that it spreads to in 3 seconds. It can
15
spread to
seconds.
4
Yes.
to 5, 15 seconds. Sorry, 15 seconds.
Yes.
It spreads to 4 to 5 people around you,
Yep.
and you won't even know who's having it, because a person who looks normal, especially the ones who's got no symptoms, can be a
Exactly.
carrier. So the
Yes.
most important thing is the government keeps emphasizing this through messages on the phone and all that, through MKN, that to stay home, to only go out if you absolutely need to go out. If you need to go out,
Exactly.
yes, cover yourself, protect yourself, use your sanitizers, use your gloves, make sure
Yep.
you are double masked, ensure
Yep.
that you do not use your hands to touch your nose. The most I can see people are still very carelessly going around.
Yep.
When you're supposed to practice 1 meter distance from each other, I see people still trying to brush across you, coming close to you. So, for a fact that every now and then people are always talking about SOPs, 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 and yet people are still being careless. So
Exactly.
there's so much the government can do. There's only so much the frontliners can do. There's this time that we keep reminding each other, but we have absolutely no choice. We have to keep reminding ourselves every single day. And if you find somebody is just not following SOPs, we need to do our part by telling them, especially with the mask on their faces, and they don't wear their mask properly. They tend to bring
Exactly.
their mask down below the nose to breathe. By doing so, you're actually making yourself more vulnerable
Yeah.
to be attacked by the virus.
Yes.
And doctor,
True.
I
True.
also know that you are involved in a lot of other projects as well. One
Yeah.
such project is your heart block program. Can you
Yeah.
briefly tell us about this program that you have been involved in?
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Ms. Roche. Okay. This heart program, what we have is I have a system where we can do an early diagnosis on your heart conditions. Okay, using the positive technology, where we can see whether there is any block in your one of the main arteries of the heart. How's your heart conditions? All right. And then not only that, we also can see the conductance of the heart, what do you call the electricity movement, the electrical movement of the heart, whether there is any obstructive things and other abnormalities of the heart. And not only that, we also have a proactive mechanism of seeing the overall nerve conductance of the body. So this all we have some kind of we call that an apparatus or a machine which operates on detecting proactive diagnosis that will aid us to know what is the problem from the inner part of the body. Okay. So based on that, we can decide whether what kind of troubleshooting or what kind of medication we can give to the patient, whether they are scummed with ontological, that means mind problem, or is it because of their bodily, they are not rest that caused the heart problem, or is it something else, or is it genetics? So all this we will study by using a proper holistic program approach that we have designed, or which I have designed with questionnaires and other approaches I do to find out exactly what is causing the pathological problem in the body. Okay. So this program, we were running it quite successful until the pandemic came in. So I and your master, Dr. Adrian, we used to conduct programs where we ask people to come and we do this kind of diagnosis, proactive diagnosis. And we had good response for that. But yeah, unfortunately, when this COVID-19 pandemic came in, so we have to put all on hold. So what we're asking is, what I'm telling people out there, don't let until you get into sickness or into any illness of heart or any related issues. Please take proactive measurements. You have any symptoms, please do come and visit us. Here we have various approaching methods to diagnose. So in nutshell, we are doing a non-invasive investigation. If you go to hospital, you have to do, for example, if you want to know your heart condition, you have to do an angiogram. So that's invasive, that's very painful and takes a lot of efforts and also very costly, all right? But through our program, we can do a basic diagnosis on your heart conditions and let you know what is the problem. So what are the appropriate treatments or therapies we can do. As I say here, we don't exercise on allopathy medicine or give drug-based medicine. Over here, we do holistic approach like yoga, meditative studies, meditative practices, sorry. And not only that, we also give out more on education on how to take your health or wellness on a holistic approach, more like mind control, relaxation, dietary controls, and all this kind of things. How to have a good rest, okay, how you manage your stress management, which are all this contribution to our illness. The most important is how we are going to bring down our inflammation, because inflammation is the main cause of all illness. So a lot of things we are doing now, and it's a very, very interesting thing that we're doing, and in the room of rejuvenating medicine. So rejuvenation medicine is on the scientific side, yogic science, meditation on the ontological side, and the supplements and all that to our research. These three things we combine and we come out with a program, which is really, really helpful.
So all these are connected.
Yes, everything are interconnected. So it doesn't, you see, our body doesn't work only by giving a proper supplement. Taking vitamin C, vitamin D3, or vitamin zinc is won't boost your immune system. Okay. And now we have, they said you must take ivermectin. Yeah, it's good. It stops the replication of the virus. But just along this doesn't help. You need to take, say, for example, you have the infection, you can take ivermectin, you must take all the other things. Along with that, we also must take care of our ontological part of our mind, our exercise. So all this needed by the body to boost the immune system, not only by supplements or medical alone or medicine alone. That's what I'm trying to say. Thank
so
you.
it's actually both are connected. So that's not just important for people to just take their supplements. They have to also ensure that they lead a holistic lifestyle and
Yes.
and take care of their stress level. You know, stress is the biggest
Exactly.
killer,
Everything
and
is need
most
to be taken care. Yes.
yes, the most heart attacks happen due to you not being able to handle your own stress. So every
Exactly.
individual have got different stress levels in them. So the onus is on you to take care of your own stress and to know which level of stress that you're experiencing at this moment. And
Exactly.
everyone has to take the initiative to find out how does one reduce stress. Of course, we have emphasized day in and day out, you know, breathing and yoga, exercise, cardio exercises, you know, make sure you keep your limbs and body moving for blood circulation, you know, keep your oxygen level in your
Yeah.
body, you know,
Oxygen
in the,
saturation up. Yeah.
yes, it should be, you know, as per what it's supposed to be for each individual. But then due to lifestyles, you know, different kind of lifestyles, people tend to overlook this. Which also brings to mind, Doctor, a very important event took place on the 2nd of January 2021 this year. A memo was signed between Malaysian Association of Natural Medicine and Practitioners and Dr. Furizat Yahya from AK Pharmacy with Dr. Adrian Suresh, and he was appointed as Head of Natural Medicine and Yogic Science for Malaysian Association of Natural Medicine and Practitioners. Would you kindly elaborate of Dr. Adrian's part in this?
Okay. Okay. Being an part of the member and also executive member of this Malaysian natural medical practitioner in the part of medical representing, Dr. Okay, what do you call that? Dr. Adrian, your master Kalai Mamani, Dr. Adrian, he was appointed to be the head of department and also consultant to head the yoga and what do you call that? Yogic science and meditation for the society, yeah, because our member, this one, is to give awareness to all the people out there on how is the right way of practicing yoga and meditative science. Along with Professor Ananda Krishnan, they have formulated a program or a method of giving this opportunity to people on how to practice and get maximum out of it. As I said, um, this yogic science and meditation practice, it's a part of our body, mind, and soul equilibrium. So it comes on the mind part of it. So here, Dr. Adrian Kalaimamani, he is putting his life and soul to make sure this system is shared to everybody through practice and also through programs such as they also offer diploma programs and also even up to degree uh, to let people bring this to the next level. So, and secondly, yogic science and meditation always been thought to be a traditional uh, method of practicing yoga or sciences those days from the ancient Tamil scriptures. So now they are going to try to make it as modern as possible so that it's approachable to everybody and is going to be understood by every generation of people, not only the older generation, but the younger generation. They can accept that yoga is part of life, not just an ancient exercise. That's what I see that Dr. Adrian's and professors' aim and notion. So I'm really happy for that, for the effort taken, especially uh, Dr. Adrian. Really wonderful. It's really heads off for him because chair yoga is something he coined it by himself. He coined by himself, and something is really fantastic and can be done by anybody, even people who can't move much. Older people can do it. So that's something very awesome. Thank you very much.
Okay, Doctor, thank you for the in-depth explanation. It's wonderfully explained by you. While we are on this topic, there have been some questions here from the audience. One of the question is from Miss Kogilam. Her question is, have our government started administering ivermectin to the public?
I didn't get your question. What's the question? Sorry.
The question is from one of our audience who's watching right now. The question is from Ms. Kogilam. She asked this question to doctor, have our government started administering the medicine called ivermectin to the public?
Oh, okay.
It's a very, very crucial question. I'm sure many people are waiting for your answer.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Basically, Malaysian government, as per se, or any government in their medical regulatory bodies, usually they will look for a medical human trial first, and they will do a lot of trial before they practice giving out the medication to the public use or for medical use. Like ivermectin, as per se, it's not specially coined or developed for treating COVID as per se. It's actually an anti-helminth medication. It's actually for deworming and some parasitic issues on animals and humans, like river blindness disease and all that. So it was not actually formulated to treat COVID. So fortunately, it's working on blocking the replication of the virus, which has excellently found, and it's working well. And some of the signaling system of the virus has been blocked so that it can't replicate. And that gives us better healing and eliminating the virus from our body. So that is something good. But as for long-term implication or side effects, yet to know. But for at the moment, yeah, it works very well. So for your question, at the moment, Malaysian government has not given any approval for usage of this medication. As what I told, is not specially coined for treating COVID as per se. But general practitioners and out practitioners are using them to treat patients because they can see results. So what they believe is, it's better today I save the life of the person than to see what is going to have another few months or few years from now side effects. So they think that saving a life today is more important than seeing the side effects later. So as for the government regulatory, they are not practicing it or not encouraging to use. But as a private practitioners and outsiders, they can still use it. And I personally using it, and yeah, it's quite good. Got a good results.
Okay, thank you, doctor, for your explanation. The thing is that, every day being on social media, especially with WhatsApp groups and all that, people tend to send in many, many different kinds of messages and information. Some of it, they are not even verified medically, So the public, they are actually very misled when they listen or they just follow blindly without consulting doctors. So I think it's very important that coming from doctors like you, that one should not always follow what is being spread. They must be sure to check and then only follow if there's any kind of proof that whatever is being circulated is actually facts. The myths and the facts always get mixed up, and that's when people make mistakes. At this point of time, many people are actually recovering from many holistic approaches as well. It's good that if your body is used to holistic approaches and you have been using all this from a young age, but if you're already on medicine which is prescribed by doctors, what is your opinion if you were to mix that and with the traditional medicine? Does it actually work, or is it not encouraged?
Okay, depends on the phase of problem you're facing. If you are having a chronic phase of illness and then you need to suppress the symptoms, then you have to rely on our allopathy medicine because it works on suppressing the symptoms and also giving us the recovery at that particular moment of time, especially like, for example, COVID or as per se. Okay, there are some antiviral, and then we use also, what do you call that, what do you call that, steroids, and then immunosuppressants to work on the killing the virus, and also blocking it from replicating. So at that moment of time, it really works. And then, of course, some analgesics to bring down the fever and all that works. Okay. But we are talking about traditional medicine, natural medicine, and all this. This really, it works not on suppressing the symptoms, but it works on really giving you a holistic rejuvenation. Okay, it repairs your system. It really makes sure that it boosts your system. It rejuvenates. Okay, replenish the system. So that will take some time. Okay, so when you're talking about to get a quick recovery, then natural medicine will not answer you immediately. So what you can do if you are in the phase of chronic phase or you need immediate medical attention, you have to take the modern medicine along with the traditional medicine, which will never interact. No worries, and you can see a better result. So let the modern medicine work by itself on suppressing the symptom, and the natural way of medication to rejuvenate and replenish our system. So it works in a two different entity. But another thing, taking the natural medicine, you must make sure it's really authorized and make sure it's approved by NPRA, a National Pharmaceutical Regulatory Board, and all that, because some of the natural products have some substance that can be very hazardous to body, and do not buy it from just from any unauthorized dealers. Make sure they are really authorized, medically inclined, and have a license.
Thank you, Doctor. I hope that message was loud and clear to our audience. Please do remember to safeguard your health and your safety. Do not buy products from unauthorized agents who claim to know it all, because people are all out to make quick bucks at the expense of your own health. So don't fall prey to this kind of unscrupulous people, who are many out there. Enough lives have been lost already, and I'm sure we want to flatten this curve as soon as we can. But as Doctor wisely put it, it is going to be a long process, because everyone thinks and acts differently. So the problem now is that we all have to be on the same page, and we all have to work steadfastly in building back the safety and awareness of the public. Thank you so very much, Dr. Lufti. It was wonderful talking to you. And
Thank you very much, Rosh.
And while we are at this subject, it is such a wonderful knowledge to find that you actually contributed part of your healing process to breathing techniques, and which is pranayama, as well as yoga. Especially for us from Anti-Aging Yoga and Wellness of Malaysia, we have been emphasizing the importance of this yoga asanas for a long time. And bringing this awareness to the public is our mission for these 100 days. And today is our 62nd day. And I have a wonderful announcement to make to all our viewers here. It is with great pleasure that I would like to announce, as per Dr. Adrian Suresh's vision, to bring chair yoga into schools in Malaysia, a stress relief wellness program has been organized by Sekolah Jenis Kebangsaan Tamil, KERO, and collaborating with Anti-Aging Yoga and Wellness Malaysia to conduct via Zoom, for the first time ever in Malaysia, a chair yoga program, which is specially designed for the teachers and students of this school on the 10th of August 2021 between 3:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. So this is actually something which is a milestone for us, Dr. Lufti, because the most important thing for us right now is to create awareness through yoga. And what better way than to start with students in school who are all in their own ways stressed with the online programs, online classes that's been going on. So for the past 1 year, although it's already 1 year, but they are still struggling to concentrate and to learn via Zoom, via online classes. having said that, the students are also facing the same stress as teachers. So this has been, as I mentioned, Dr. Adrian's vision, and it is so heartwarming to find that finally his vision is coming true. And we would like to thank everyone for tuning in daily to our morning program, which is Chai Yoga, together with Dr. Adrian Suresh. And to every one of you who have been sharing our program and sharing this good news about Chai Yoga, thank you very much for always being here and doing your part. And Dr. Lufti, it was wonderful talking to you. We are almost coming to the end of our program.
Thank you very much.
Before we conclude this program, would you like to say anything to the public, to the audience who are watching right now?
Okay. What I'm just like to wish to all of you all, the viewers, is take care of yourself. As I told you, we need to make sure that we protect ourselves first. We have to adhere ourselves first with all the strength to fight this virus, this pandemic, so that we can be a role model to others, our family members and our friends and everybody. So we are the role model. We need to play our role first. We have to discipline ourselves. Be more disciplined and robust, and we have to join hand to fight this pandemic together. We can make it, because this pandemic is not something never came in this world. Even last time we had the Spanish flu and all that, a lot of pandemics came and went by. And those days, even they could manage it. Why can't we now? We are in the very advanced millennia. So what I'm trying to say is that we need to do it in a very positive manner. Everybody have to play their role. And by God's grace, we also ask the divine power to help us and stay strong. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Lufti. It was indeed a great pleasure having you here with us in our show today. And thank you for all the awareness that you shared with us. And of course, of your own experience battling COVID-19. It's a very enlightening chat that we've had with you today. Thank you very much. And I hope everyone who's listening in today, you make sure that you play your part in making sure that we flatten this curve as soon as we can. As Dr. so aptly said, this pandemic is not going to go away so soon. It's going to be here for a while. We just need to ensure that we keep each other safe. And having said that, once again, thank you to everyone who have been with us and who have been supporting our cause in spreading this wellness awareness to all of their friends and families. Don't limit your challenges, instead challenge your limits, and stay safe, everyone. And in the meantime, please follow and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Yozum TV, and follow Anti-Aging Yoga and Wellness Malaysia Facebook page. And we'll see you again next week. I'm Roshanee signing off for Coffee Chat with me. See you again. Thank you.
Well, hey, I'm Adrian. I'm an international yoga instructor, and I have something to share with y'all. And most of you should be very happy that today I'm actually coming out live to speak about the problem that I was going through when I was a teenager. And this problem, many of us are having it. That is asthma. When I was 19 years old, I was working as a bartender, and I was actually a secondary smoker. I do not smoke and I don't drink. And what happened? I had asthma, and I was suffering for almost 15 over years. And then I managed to recover it because I went for a transformation program, and from there I realized that asthma is not a sickness or a disease. It is a psychosomatic illness. So I have three main important things that I would like to share to y'all that you might look into whether you are also having this type of problem. Well, what is a proper breathing? Actually, all diseases can be cured if you know how to do the right breathing, which is pranayama, and exercise. In yoga we call it asanas, There's a lot of asanas that you can do in order for you to recover from all type of diseases. Those who have sciatica nerves problem, spondylosis, spine people are facing, that they can recover it. And the most important thing is now mind, body, soul is relaxation. How do you relax? Very simple. All you do is take a deep breath and relax. When you relax, your mind get relaxed, your body relax, soul relax. And this, you can do it through yoga practice. Well, do you want to know more about how to recover and get out of all these problems? Please do PM me, and those who have PM me, I will definitely give you something for you. I'll give you a special free trial yoga where you can actually enjoy the best part of all of this. Thank you. Namaste.